Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm Jenny. Welcome to or welcome back. I wasn't going to film a video today, but like I said, you know, this channel is my therapy. And I'm in need of a therapy session today. So I'm just going to do my makeup and talk a little bit. I'll try to remember to hold up the products that I'm using. If not, I will put them in the description as always. I probably won't edit this video. The only editing that I may have to do is stop it. I am expecting a call. My bonus daughter is in the hospital. She is being induced for her second son, the fourth grandbaby of the family. So, yeah. Nerves are a little shot, along with some other things going on. So, anyway, I've got all drugstore. This was not the intended video that I was going to initially do. When I recorded again, I wasn't going to record today simply because I wanted to dedicate the whole day to hearing from what was going on with the baby. But I need this therapy. But I do have a video planned of a full face using minis. I've seen a couple of those going around, and I thought they were so fun. And I have so many little minis that I wanted to put them to good use. So, anyway, before we get started, I did prep my face, but that was before I decided to film. That was early this morning. I used the Fab Beauty, the oat milk toner. I'm really loving that stuff. I actually brought some of it down on my neck and used all my serums that I had used at night. I had put them all in a little jar, or put, a couple dropperfuls in a little jar, so I could just put them all at one time. It was a pretty neat little hack. And then I went in with this Farsali, the Unicorn Tears. I love the way this smells, and it hydrates my skin a lot. And I went in with this Illamasqua. This is the Hydra-Veil. This is the nourishing one. It's like jelly. It's the weirdest consistency, but it goes back to its normal shape. So this isn't drugstore, but I do enjoy this. So this is kind of what I do to my face when I want to feel just a little extra hydration. It is a little bit sticky. It's not as sticky as the e.l.f. mint cooling or the milk. I tried a sample of the milk before, but it is, in combination with all the other stuff, my skin feels very hydrated. So let's see. I am going to start off with my eyes. I did use the Alter Ego eye primer. This isn't drugstore, but it is super inexpensive. I had used it in another video, and I wanted to use it again to kind of give it a little test. So everything today, other than that, is all drugstore. So I'm going to get started, like I said, on my eyes, and I'm going to use... Now, this is not drugstore in the sense of CVS or Walgreens, Rite Aid, but you can get Makeup Revolution at Target, and as well as the drugstore section in Ulta. So we're going to count this as drugstore. So I'm going to go in. And I actually brought out this, the Milani Gilded Flora. This has some real pretty shades in it. And I have got this NYX. This feels like a Super Shock. It's like a cream shadow. And this is in the shade, perfect for me, Smart Mouth. So, to get started, let's see. What color do I want to start with? This is Soph's third collaboration with Makeup Revolution, and I love all of her stuff. So I think I'm gonna get started with this shade right there, Cookie Dough. Now you know what, let me give this a fair shake and get one of my beloved Refer brushes. You know, I wanted to use all drugstore brushes as well, but I am really enjoying my Refer brushes, so I'm going to use them. This is a 27, and let's see, I think the rest of them are drugstore-ish. All right, this picks up so pretty. Oh, yes, this has been a day already. And it is just a little past lunchtime, I believe. Or it might be lunchtime. I'm not doing anything to my brows. And this is not going to visit the new baby in the hospital makeup either. Funny story. I have, she has, well, after today, she'll have 2, and then I have my other 2 grandchildren. And so I had ordered a bracelet. A relative of mine was having some kind of party. I don't even remember the name of it, but you could get a bracelet and you could get charms put on it. It doesn't look like a charm bracelet. But anyway, so I had all 3 grandkids on it, and I had the bigger charm, their little charm. It was a beaded bracelet, and it kind of wrapped around my arm. All 3 of the kids' names in little charms, and then it had in the center I had put Gaga's grands. My 2 of the grandchildren call me Gaga, and one calls me Jenny. At any rate, so I had just got all of their names put on this bracelet. It had just came in when we got the news that there'd be another edition. So I've been wearing it as much as I can if I go out, which is very rare. But I may see if I can order another little charm to put on it. Ooh, these are dusty. But that doesn't bother me. Dust doesn't bother me in a palette. Kick up, any of that. I kicked myself for not picking up the ABH Subculture palette that all the big influencers had went over a tizzy about. Speaking of, you know, I subscribe to a lot of the big names, if you would, and just real disappointed in them. They say in their videos, not that I expect them to follow me with my whole 40 subscribers, but, you know, they always say in their videos, oh, subscribe today, subscribe to my channel. And yet, are they subscribed to any of us smaller ones? Or even anybody with less than 1 million subscribers? Do they even subscribe to them? I don't know. Just food for thought. Just got me wondering. I'm like, we're making you money. How about help us? Anyway, that's my little rant about that. I've been thinking about that for quite some time. You know? I mean, come on. We help you. Throw us a bone. Because you were once where we all are. But anyway, I digress. I will try not to go too much on a tangent about that. Even though. But it is what it is. For sure. I was able to, thankfully, get some medication for my tremors, and I picked it up yesterday, and luckily I saw a difference in them. It does make me sleepy, which that in and of itself for a medicine to do is pretty rare, because medicines typically don't make me sleepy. I don't know what it is, just have that effect. They never have. Benadryl, none of them. They just don't. Sorry, I think I'm blocking. I'm just chatting away. So, where do you guys go for advice? Do you go to each other? Do you go to therapy? Sound off in the comments below. Let me know. Because I go to therapy. I'm just unable to go today, but desperately need it. Need some help in realizing things that I guess really hurt me, in terms of people aren't who I thought they were. You know, they're just not, and that's a tough one. I'm gonna go in. Let's see. Do I want to use this one over top or this one? You know what? We'll do both. I put down that. Oh, that is pretty. See the difference? I put down that cream NYX, and then I went in the Milani palette and went over it. Maybe I'll put that one already swatched from the Soph palette in the center. Oh, that is very pretty. Just kind of tap it out a little bit all over. I don't do elaborate looks, y'all. I don't. I'm not very adventurous. I see you guys and the looks you create, and I'm in all of it. All of it. Because they are beautiful. You guys really did the daggone thing. Isn't that what the young kids say these days? You did the damn thing. Where did that even come from? Sound off in the comments below if you know. Because I don't. I learn all sorts of new terms. Sometimes Sometimes I have to Google it. True story. I had to Google what TFS stood for. I would see it on a bunch of videos, and it was always like, you know, or posts or whatever, and it would always be something positive, and at the very end it would say TFS, and I was like, what does that mean? Thanks for sharing. That's what it means. But I legitimately had to type in to the webpage, what does TFS mean? But yet, I knew what bussin' meant when my kids say, oh, that meal, Mama, that was bussin'. I know what that means. Let's see, what do we want to use in the inner corner? You know, I think I'm going to use my highlighter. I did get a highlighter out that I hadn't tried before, so we'll try that. Let's see. Let me see if I got any. I don't think I had any fallout. But we're gonna, just because I didn't bring a makeup wipe, or I had wet a rag to wipe my hands and this off, but Lord knows where I left it. It's not right here beside me, so anyway, okay, I'm done with you. Thank you. Next, let's go in. I'm going to use my foundation. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible. This is in shade 440. And usually I'm like 425, but I can use this. Usually go in with a pump and a half. Let's see how this looks on camera anyway. It has been so hot here. I'm in North Carolina, and I mean, it is just, oh, it's just so hot. And menopausal women in the heat, whew, God help us. It is rough. Rough, rough, rough. Fun fact, I started menopause when I was early 30s, very early 30s, and have had a full hysterectomy. So, and only in the last 2 years stop experiencing the worst of it, which is the hot flashes. I'll always be a moody bitch, that's for sure. But in terms of CoverGirl, Tree Blend, in terms of heat, hot flashes, oh man, you wouldn't catch me in a long sleeve because I stayed hot. I mean, stayed hot. But I lost over 100 pounds and was now I stay cold, and believe you me, I am not at all complaining when I'm cold. You can layer up, but you cannot get but so undressed when you get hot. If you know what I mean. But and that is such a blessing. It really is. That was the CoverGirl concealer. And I really do like that concealer. It is not drying at all. I'm going to set that with this L'Oreal. Come on. L'Oreal Infallible. I think this is the shade Pearl, if I'm not mistaken. It is the lightest shade, I do believe. Maybe. Anyway, I'm just going to put a little bit under my eyes, just to kind of set that concealer a little bit. Usually try to set mostly. I know it's going to crease around here, you know, but I do wear glasses. I'm not a contact lens wearer. Sometimes I wish I was, but I'm not. And so I usually try to mainly get it where my glasses are going to be. Alright, let me get a closer look at that, considering far away. Okay, good. Alrighty. Now, I am going to go in. I do like the dewiness of this foundation, this fresh wear. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, 24-hour fresh wear. I'm not going to wear makeup for 24 hours. I don't know anybody that would, could, or even should. But I understand that's a marketing claim. I mean, anyway. So, I'm going to set it with the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. This is, it just gets a lot of hype. It's just the powder to me. I don't see anything spectacular about it. I guess maybe it isn't as drying. But I do want to go in, put a little bit of bronzer, and blush on. So I'm going to set my whole face so it doesn't skip. I'm not a big fan of matte foundations. I like light coverage, sheer, moisturizing, luminous, dewy. Alrighty. I'll get some of that. It seems to be a little bright. Okay. Now, for bronzer, I'm going to go in with this LA Girl, the matte bronzer. That's what, it's a big old pan. And this is in the shade Back to the Beach bronzer. I think this is one of the lighter shades. I actually ordered this off of the LA Girl website. And I think this is a ColourPop. Yeah, this is a ColourPop brush. And I set everything. That brush I just used was a BH Cosmetics. It came in a brush kit, and they have really good, really good brushes if you get the right kind. I've got some duds, I think, but for the most part, the sets are pretty good. I did put some balm on already. Alrighty. I like this bronzer. Looks pretty good. For blush, I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild, the one with Pac-Man collab. It's called the High Score blush palette, and I think I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, and I'm gonna use this. You know what? Let me go and do what I said I was gonna do. Use drugstore. I'm gonna go in with this Eco Tools Duo Fiber. Let me use my mirror that hopefully won't. My skin is glowing. I'll get it to that powder. Oh, it's a beautiful blush. Tap it off. Looking back, there were a couple of things that I forgot to mention in my my sentimental makeup I would never get rid of tag, and so I'll do another video on that. It wasn't that they were forgotten, it was they were in a spot that I hadn't pulled out yet. They truly are in the vault. Truly in the vault. Alrighty, for highlighter, I was going to say for a new makeup try on, but I'm going to go ahead and I've swatched it and really like it. This is the Essence, the highlighter. This is in the shade. Oh, Staggering. Let's see. And this will not be a drugstore highlighter brush. Oh, yes it is. I will. I thought I had grabbed my ABH, but I'm going to use the same one I used yesterday, which is the Wet n Wild. This came in a little kit. These have been some good brushes. They really have. It was a holiday kit one year. You know me, never enough highlighter. All right, now let's, what was the third thing I was going, oh, lips. And then we'll be done. Let me set it. Let me not set it. I did not bring the setting spray over here. And I don't have one behind me. And I'm not going to get up, because I said I wasn't going to edit this video, and I haven't got a phone call yet, so I don't need to. So, we will not be setting the face right now. We'll do it off camera. But anyway, let me get back to what I was doing. Y'all get sidetracked so easy, it is not even funny. And you see how what I mean when I say I will take the long way around to explain something? That's me. That is me to a T. Right. For lips, I'm going to go in with NYX blue suede shoes. Nude suede shoes. Nude, good gracious sakes. I reckon Elvis on my mind. Blue suede shoes. The setting spray that I got out to spray on my face is the Milani Fruit Fetish. That's a pretty look. Now, I'm going to put a little bit of Milani Keep It Full Max Lip Plumper in the shade First Kiss. A tiny amount of this is what I use, and usually, and I've had to learn this, I learned it the hard way, to use just a little bit. But I take and I pretty much scrape everything off the dough foot and put what's left up here on my lips. And I'll tell y'all why. I have a very, very high tolerance for pain. I really do. And the first time I tried this, I didn't last 5 minutes. It burned. So I thought, you know, well, maybe my lips are just being super sensitive today. So I tried it again. The next day, same thing. I said, to be sure, putting on a lip gloss cannot be worse than passing a kidney stone. But, so then I tapped it off and put just a little bit up there, and it tingles. I can tell it's doing something. I mean, it's just a little bit tingly. It's nothing like it is if you put a regular application on. Good gracious sakes, that would be rough. But, and to me, and I have tried the what is it, Too Faced lip injections, and after about, I don't know, 10 minutes, that subsides. It is not as strong as this one. And when I initially tried this, I kept it on for as long as I could, you know, and then I had to take it off. It has staying power, in other words. But at any rate. Alright, guys, this right here is the finished look. Trying to find my little remote. My mind is just all over the place today. Oh, all over the place. Anyway, alright, let me get close. Let me turn these lights down and see if that will make a difference. Thank you guys for sticking around, listening to me rant, rave, talk nonsense, but for being there. Leave me a heart in the comment. Leave me a heart in the comment section below. See, y'all. Anyway, Thanks for subscribing. Thank you for considering subscribing. Remember, always be kind. Bye, guys.